Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing kind of a first impression slash kind of mini review on a foundation today, and it is going to be this one. This is the e.l.f. Acne Fighting Foundation, which the packaging just looks like this. I purchased this off of their website a couple of weeks ago, and I asked you guys in a vlog if you wanted to see me do a first impressions review on this foundation, and you all said yes, so I figured I would go ahead and do that for you guys. I've never tried an e.l.f. foundation before, so this is going to be my very first e.l.f. one, which I'm super excited about. e.l.f. is very, very affordable. e.l.f. is one of those makeup brands that I would recommend to literally everyone who, you know, does makeup or loves makeup or anything like that, because they're affordable, they're cruelty-free, and I think they're vegan for the most part. So that is a really, really good thing. I've seen a lot of YouTubers do a kind of review, first impressions on this foundation as well, and the one thing that I haven't seen is I have very oily skin, and I've never seen anyone do a review on this foundation whom I'm subscribed to who has oily skin as well. Like, everyone I've watched do a review on this foundation, they've had like normal skin, combination skin, and that's just not my skin type. So I have very, very oily skin. I've always been that way, just very, very oily, and I wanted to see how it would work on my skin and, you know, throughout the day. I won't be able to do like check-in points too late into the night because I depend on daylight to film, so I can't be filming at like 8 o'clock at night because the lighting won't do it justice. You won't be able to see well, so I'll do like little check-ins, you know, throughout the day to see how it looks, but I won't be able to do, you know, at the end of the day, so I'll just have to insert like a title or something. So yeah, without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into it. So I got the shade Buff. Just looks like that. I looked up swatch videos because, you know, you can't swatch on the website, and I couldn't find it anywhere near me. So sand was way too dark, beige looked a little too orangey for me, so I decided to go with Buff, and hopefully, I'm really, really hoping that it matches well. I'm hoping and praying that it does. So yeah, I've already washed my face with my Cetaphil facial cleansing. As you can see, I do have acne. Like, I'm not completely and totally blemish free like some people on YouTube. I'm very, very flawed. Like, I have some scarring and I have a little bit of rosacea on my cheeks. So, and I just want to see how this foundation will kind of combat that, and I'll have to, you know, like come back in like a future video and let you know how this actually worked and how I personally liked it. So like I said, this is the e.l.f. Acne Fighting Foundation. It has salicylic acid, witch hazel, camphor, tea tree, and aloe. So it has a lot of good things in there that are really, really good for your skin. So we'll just have to see how it goes. So what I'm going to do first is I'm just going to pin my hair back with my little skeleton hand clip. If anyone's wondering, I got this from rosegal.com, but you can get them on eBay as well. So yeah, because I know I get a lot of questions every time I use this little guy. Everyone's always wondering where he's from. And if you are new to my channel, I am growing out my hair. That is why my roots are so bad. So yes, in case any of you are wondering, that is why. So to get started, I am going to prime my face because I do not wear foundation unless my face is primed. And for that, I'm just going to be using this one by e.l.f. This is the e.l.f. Mineral Face Primer. It just looks like this. This is also $6. So I'm just going to take a good amount, kind of like that, and just rub that in all over my face because we really want our face to be nice and primed up. That way we have kind of like a nice smooth base for our foundation. And you want to make sure you rub that in really, really, really well. And then before I do my foundation, I always do my concealer first. And today I'm going to use the Makeup Forever Full Cover Concealer. Just looks like that. This is in the shade 3, I believe. I'm just going to use a little bit of this over top of like really big blemishes like that, and a little bit under my eyes as well. So I'm just going to take a little bit on my finger. First, just apply that under my eyes because I haven't been sleeping well lately. I don't really know why. I'm not really like stressed about anything, but I haven't been sleeping well, and it's just been a rough couple of nights. So I need to cover up some of those bags. To blend all of that out, I'm going to be using just my regular beauty blender, which it is damp, so I'm just going to be using that to kind of blend everything in and get it all evened out. Okay, so now that I have done that, we can go ahead and move on to the foundation. The packaging is very different. I definitely have never seen a foundation like this before. The top just kind of twists off like that, and this is what the top of the foundation looks like. Everyone else's review that I've seen, they said that there was a smell to the foundation, and I can definitely smell it. It's hard to say, but I do smell the tea tree in it as well, because that is a very kind of potent smell. And I'm just going to put a little bit on the back of my hand. So here's what it looks like out of the bottle. It does appear to be a little bit thick, like it's not very runny at all. So that is what it looks like. The color looks like it'll match just fine. So let's just go ahead and start dotting that on my face. I'm just going to apply it like I apply all my regular foundation. I'm just going to dot it on my face and then blend it in with my beauty blender. I do like the consistency, and I'm kind of hoping this is a full coverage foundation, or at least buildable, because a little down here, I do like to go for full coverage. Like, I'm one of those people who it's either full coverage or nothing. So I'm hoping it's full coverage. So I'm just gonna go ahead and blend this all out, and then if I need a second layer, I will go ahead and do that. Okay, so it blends out really nicely with my beauty blender. I'm noticing that. Noticing it does have a matte finish as well. Like, it's not dewy, it's very matte. Here is the first layer all blended out. First off, I'm really happy with the color. It's a very good color for my skin tone, so I was very right to pick the shade Buff. So if any of you are kind of have like a similar skin tone to me, definitely try the Buff shade. I'm overall pretty impressed already. I'm really happy that it is a matte finish, because I really like matte full coverage skin. Right now I would say this coverage is about medium. It's not exactly like 100% full coverage, because you can still kind of see this little guy hanging out here, and just a couple other little ones that I can see with my eyes. So yeah, I would say it is buildable. I am going to put another small layer on top of it just to see how it looks. So far it doesn't look too cakey. That is one of the things I do struggle with, especially with oily skin, is throughout the day as my skin starts to secrete more oil, because that is the biggest problem I have with my skin currently. My skin is like pushing the makeup out. It just looks really cakey. So I'm gonna see how it looks with one more layer, and see how it looks after that. I'm really honestly impressed. Like, I'm not even kidding right now. Like, this is amazing. And may I just remind you all that this is $6. $6, that's it. I'm actually like super impressed. So here's my skin after the kind of a mini second layer that I put over top of it. I used just a little bit on my cheeks, a little bit on this guy, which you can still kind of see, but that doesn't really bug me because he's eventually gonna go away anyway. But wow, I'm really impressed with the coverage right now. It's very matte. I'd say I'm getting to that full coverage effect that I really like. You guys know that my all-time favorite foundation in the entire world is my Revlon Photo Ready. Well, I'm gonna be honest and say this is coming in at a very close second. I'm super impressed with it. So yeah, here's what my skin looks like. I'll go ahead and give you like a super duper close-up. It doesn't look too cakey to me. It doesn't bug me at all. We'll just see how it looks later on throughout the day. I usually tend to struggle with the cakiness right here, especially because I'm talking all the time, and that's just causing like more oil to focus and like make my makeup look really cakey. So that's usually where I start to struggle with foundations. But yeah, I'm gonna leave it at this and finish up the rest of my makeup. But I'm super impressed. So far I recommend it for anyone who's looking to try a new foundation. So far this is definitely a very good one. So what I'm going to do next is just kind of finish off with the rest of my makeup, which that would be powder, and I'm just going to use my CoverGirl Professional Powder because I was going to use my Rimmel London Stay Matte pressed powder, but I don't need any more mattifying powder because this foundation is already pretty matte. So I'm just going to use just this one by CoverGirl. This is in the shade 115. So I'm just going to put a little bit in the cap, and for that I'm going to be using my Claire's Kabuki brush to kind of buff that into my skin and just to set everything down. So now that I have set my face with the powder, here's what my skin looks like. As you can see, it is very flawless. It's very one color. I'm really happy with this foundation so far. And it's so affordable. Like, I'm gonna get like a few more of these, I think, because I'm so far so happy with it. I'm gonna wait it out and see how it looks throughout the rest of the day. So I will come back in a few hours. It is currently 1 o'clock right now. I'm kind of getting off to a late start. So I'll come back in a few hours and show you guys you know, how it looks and how it's doing, and we will go from there. So stay tuned and I will be back in literally 1 second. Hey guys, welcome back. So it is now 4:30, so it has been 3.5 hours since I've worn the foundation, which gave it plenty of time to sit and settle into my skin, and also gave it time for some of my facial oils to kind of come up to the surface so we can really see how this foundation handles it. Honestly, you guys, this is probably going to end up being my new favorite foundation. I still love my Revlon Photo Ready, but I love this stuff so freaking much. One thing I did notice for sure is after looking at it is it has oxidized just a little bit, which means that it has gotten darker as I've been wearing it. So I'm really glad I went with buff instead of beige, because if I would have went beige, that would have already been too dark, and then after oxidization happened, it would just look too orange for me. So I'm really glad and happy with the shade that I got. I think it goes well with the rest of me as well. I can't promise any more check-ins after this because it is going to be getting dark in about a half hour because it is winter time currently where I'm at, and I don't really have any suitable lighting to kind of update you guys on. So this might be my last update for this first impressions. I wish I could do more, but unfortunately I don't have any professional studio lighting. I just thought I would do this first impressions for you guys to kind of get out my opinions on it, and so far I absolutely love it. I'll give you an up-close view. So here's what my skin looks like now. As you can see, I am a little tiny bit shiny at the top of my forehead. I didn't apply any highlighter or anything like that today, so it is a little bit oily, but it's not that big of a deal. It's not as bad as it would be with my Revlon foundation. It doesn't look too cakey. It has faded away just a little bit here, but that is because I was doing lip swatch videos today, so it does look a little bit kind of faded and worn away in this area. Usually I struggle with the cakiness in this area, and as you can see, it is a little tiny bit cakey. It actually really isn't that bad. I could still easily go out in public looking like this. So yeah, it hasn't really faded anywhere else either, and in between that 3.5 hours I was filming videos and I vacuumed my entire house, so I was working up a little bit of a sweat, but really the foundation looks phenomenal. It looks really good here, so I am overall really happy with it. Yeah, that is everything that I have for my very first impressions review on the e.l.f. Acne Fighting Foundation. Hopefully this helps some of you. I highly recommend this. If anyone from e.l.f. is watching, keep up the fantastic work. You guys are such a great company, and I absolutely loved this product. I'm so glad I purchased it, and I will more than likely be getting another one in the future because this was just phenomenal. If any of you out there have also tried this foundation, please let me know what your thoughts were on it in the comments. I would love to know what you thought of it. If you enjoyed this video and you found it helpful, please give it a thumbs up and a share. I would greatly appreciate it. But until then, I will see you guys very soon in my next video. I love you guys. Bye!